I've done it religiously. I'm dead on. He said, okay, I trust you. He went back, working. About 15, 20 minutes later, he came back to me and said, I want to see. I said, see what? He said, I want to see the register. I said, Dad, I promise you I'm keeping it. He said, I want to see. I said, okay. So I went and got it. Well, he starts looking at it. And I mean, I had it all figured out, I thought. I mean, I'd write the deposit. He says, what? I thought you said you kept your balance. I said, I have. He says, look, this minus $14.33 in the balance category? I said, right. He says, well, explain this. I said, well, don't you understand negative numbers? And bless his heart, that struck him as so funny, he started laughing uncontrollably, before he could finally get out, no, not in the balance column of a checkbook. I don't. And it was a joke till his dying day. Periodically, at least once a month, we'd hear him explain when someone was saying something that was woefully inadequate, yet seemed bright to them. He'd say, well, they must not understand negative numbers. But he then explained to me that by keeping my balance, he meant it had to be positive, because when mine was negative, that meant I was dipping into their funds, and that was not okay without prior authorization from the lender. Which I didn't realize it at the time, but actually was teaching me our Greek word for the day. Our Greek word for the day is reckoned. In the Greek, it's logizomai. Logizomai. Reckoned. It's an actual accounting term, a commercial transaction term. In the Greek, it's what an accountant or a banker or a transaction person would use for when they put a credit or a deposit in a bank account or in some other account. It means credited to an account or counted in an account. And so translators will translate it reckoned or credited or counted. But Paul uses this term in a commercial sense, talking about our salvation as a metaphor. And so we need to pause for a moment and understand from a commercial sense how Paul's using this metaphor. What Paul's saying is, spiritually speaking, write your check with confidence. The money is in the bank. The deposit has been made. Salvation? No problem. You got the money in the bank. You've got it. Let's look at some of the passages where Paul does this.